Serbia is a land at the crossroads of important communications. The valleys of big rivers, the Sava and Danube, attracted numerous peoples and conquerors. The road to the middle and far east led along the Morava-Vardar River's valley. That is the shortest way to Thessaloniki, which was seen as the getaway to the Balkans. The first Serbian archbishop, St Sava, said that Serbia was the east to the west and the west to the east. Numerous cultures and numerous nations converged in her territory. Culture in the territory of Serbia is one great synthesis of differences. Belgrade developed at the confluence of the Sava and Danube rivers. Chroniclers have recorded that, throughout history, it had been destroyed and rebuilt 40 times. The fortress has several significant monuments such as the Victor, a work by the sculptor Ivan Meštrović, the Monument of Gratitude to France, the Monument of Stefan Lazarević, busts of most notable Serbian writers. Nearby is the Cathedral Church, the Patriarchate which houses the Museum of the Serbian Orthodox Church. Across the way is the Palace of Princess Ljubica, wife of Prince Miloš Obrenović. The King Peter I Primary School is located in King Peter Street, the building having been designed by the first Serbian female architect, Jelisaveta Načić. The present-day King Peter Street was one city's main street, right through to when Prince Michael or Knez Mihailova Street became the main street. Prince Michael was a Serbian ruler who did a lot for the modernization of Serbia from 1860 to 1868. He modernized the Serbian army, managed without war to regain cities that had been occupied by Turkish crews and to banish the Turkish army from Serbia. The monument to Prince Michael is one of the most popular spots in the city. It stands in front of the building of the National Museum, opposite the National Theatre. The museum houses international and national painting masterpieces, such as those by Renoir. Prince Michael gave 5,000 of his own ducats for the building of the National Theatre to be constructed. The founder of the National Museum was Mihailo Valtrović, a German by ethnicity who had converted to Orthodox Christianity and taken a Serbian name and family name. The monument to comedist Branislav Nušić, who was also the National Theatre's first director, is to be found on Republic Square. Next to the Serbian Army's club is Emilijan Josimović Street, named after Belgrade's first town planner, which leads to Belgrade's former Bohemian quarter, the popular Skadarlija, once a favorite haunt of writers, actors, painters, musicians. The once small, run-down inns were where the light of poetry was kept alive. A symbol of Belgrade is Avala, a mountain south of the city. At its summit is Meštrović's monument to the unknown hero, and the television tower which was destroyed in the bombing of 1999 and rebuilt some 10 years later. Novi Sad is the second largest city, the one-time center of Serbian culture, the Athens of Serbia. Niš is renowned for being the birthplace of the Roman Emperor Constantine, the first emperor to adopt Christianity. Serbia is a land abundant with archaeological sites which are testimony to the numerous cultures that had developed in her territory. In the Đerdap Gorge is Lepenski Vir. There is also Vinča, Viminacium. There are also those who are inclined to think that Vinča is a separate Danubian civilization. The numerous monasteries from the period of the Nemanjić dynasty are testament to the high achievement of the Serbian medieval state, which was founded on Christian values. We can speak with certainty about Uroš I Vukanić, the great Župan of Raška's affiliation with the Templars, and that of his son Beloš, Balša. Also to be found in the gallery of significant Serbian historical figures directly connected to the Templars is the Župan of Raška, Stefan Nemanja, founder of the Nemanjić dynasty, which ruled medieval Serbia right through to the Ottoman conquest of Serbia in the late 14th century. He was baptized in Peter's Church outside Novi Pazar. He was particularly prominent in his uncompromising fight against heretics, Bogomils, and in the Templar conflict with Byzantium. Following the news that on 3rd of October 1187, the Sultan Saladin had conquered the Holy Sepulchre, the mighty German Emperor Friedrich Barbarossa began mounting a new crusade campaign. Nemanja's emissaries came to Nuremberg to Emperor Friedrich on Christmas 1188, with the message that their ruler was gladly awaiting the crusaders in his land. In May the following year, Barbarossa set off from Regensburg and arrived in the Morava Valley via Hungary. Nemanja and his brother Stracimir welcomed Barbarossa in Niš on 27th of July and gifted the emperor's army abundantly. The rich series of magnificent medieval endowments begins with Nemanja, who, not having persecuted Catholics, made Orthodoxy the state religion. The Church of St. Nicholas in Kuršumlija, tracts of St. George and Studenica are the best evidence of Nemanja's rise. There are direct corroborations of his sons belonging to the Templars, namely Vukan and Stefan I Prvovenčani, the first crowned, the first Serbian Christian king crowned at the very start of the 13th century. Cardinal Benedict of St. Susan built a Philocal monastery, which Pope Honorius III gifted to the Templars in 1210. It was precisely in that monastery that St. Sava, Rasko Nemanjić, son of Stefan Nemanja, first Archbishop of the Serbian Orthodox Church, wrote the Nomokanon, Krmčija or Zakonopravilo, which was the first Serbian constitution regulating social, church, and civic relations. Saint Sava traveled to the Holy Lands together with the Templars. He richly gifted the churches in Accra and Jerusalem. He was received by the Egyptian Sultan, whom Saint Sava impressed with his piety. The sacred Queen Helen of Anjou, wife of the Serbian King Uroš I Nemanjić and mother of kings Dragutin and Milutin, built the monastery of Gradac in the 13th century. The appearance of her endowment reflects a great similarity with the shrines of central and southern Italy. A great number of Gothic architectural characteristics have also been skillfully incorporated here with the traditional forms of the Raška school, which renders the architecture of this church special in relation to Serbian shrines up to that time. Dragutin Nemanjić, son of King Uroš I, and Helen of Anjou erected several Templar monasteries on Mount Fruška Gora. Today Arača and Bešenovo are in ruins, whereas Mala Remeta and Velika Remeta are living monasteries of the Serbian Orthodox Church. Palman Bracht, head of the Alemannic Guard, was a captain of King Stefan Dušan the Mighty. Palman entered into Dušan's service around 1331. When the Hungarians got Belgrade in 1427, Đurađ Branković, the son of despot Stefan Lazarević, built a new capital, Smederevo, 40 kilometers upriver from the mouth of Velika Morava. It is among the biggest lowland fortresses in Europe. Modern-day Serbia has two autonomous provinces, Vojvodina in the north and Kosovo and Metohija in the south. There are around 2 million people living in Vojvodina. The ethnic composition is diverse as it is comprised of 26 ethnicities. The most numerous are the Serbs with 66%, Hungarians with 13%, and Croats with 2%. Kosovo and Metohija is a southern Serbian province, which is under an international protectorate. After the bombing of 1999, no fewer than 200,000 Serbs were expelled from Kosovo and Metohija, along with many non-Albanians who were loyal to the Serbian state. There are over 1,000 Serbian Orthodox Christian churches and monasteries in Kosovo and Metohija. Under UNESCO protection are Gračanica, Visoki Dečani, the Patriarchate of Peć, and Our Lady of Ljeviš, which belong to the Serbian Orthodox Church. The monastery of Gračanica was built by King Milutin in 1321. In addition to its specific architectural beauty, Gračanica is also renowned for a fresco depicting Simonida, King Milutin's wife. The monastery of Visoki Dečani is an endowment of Stefan Dečanski and Emperor Dušan. The monastery is devoted to the ascension of our Lord Jesus Christ. The chief builder was Master Vito of Kotor. It belongs to the Raška style. The seat and mausoleum of Serbian archbishops and patriarchs had been located in the monastery of the Patriarchate of Peć for centuries. Today also, it is the center of the church and the place where significant artistic heritage is kept. Our Lady of Ljeviš is an ancient Serbian Orthodox church in Prizren, the endowment of King Milutin, erected on the foundations of an older cathedral shrine from 13th century. The Serbian medieval state was a mining land. In a 14th century letter by a French missionary, referred to by Vladimir Ćorović, reference can be found that the Serbia of the time had 5 silver and 5 gold mines. Miners in medieval Serbia were Saxons. In modern-day Serbia, a particular attraction is the Đerdap Gorge, where the greatest river depth in Europe is located. There are other natural and tourist attractions also. Serbia has a significant number of curative waters which are suitable for health tourism. Mountain tourism has been becoming increasingly intensive over the past few years. There are well-known mountains, Tara, Mokra Gora, air spas like Divčibara and Zlatibor, with wonderful tracks suitable for recreation. The snow-rich Mount Kopaonik, which is developing into a ski center, is particularly interesting. Serbia experienced vigorous progress under the Nemanjićes as a state founded on Christian values. The symbol of the future Serbia is the Cathedral of St Sava in Belgrade. That is the largest Orthodox church in the Balkans, the construction of which is nearing completion. In accordance with the principle that all the values made by man are based on continuity, Serbia wishes to base its future among civilized nations and states on the basic principles of the Order of the Knights Templar.